Today I'm reviewing a book that I've been waiting for 20 years. Boy Alone, a brother's memoir by Karl Greenfeld. It's the continuation of the Noah series of books written by Karl's father, Josh Greenfeld. Noah Greenfeld was born in 1966. He was diagnosed sort of as autistic, but as both Josh and Karl point out, labeling the disabled is really more a matter of getting funding than scientific or medical accuracy. Here's a statistic to keep in mind. 80% of developmentally disabled people experience abuse and neglect. Physical, mental, sexual, egregious neglect, often inflicted by caregivers, and that's something you have to keep in mind when reading either the Noah books or this one by Karl. Noah was barely verbal, partially toilet trained, had a tendency to self-injure, and had pica, which is the urge to consume non-consumables. So Noah would eat clothing and sheets and drapery and rugs and this kind of thing. So Noah was not an easy kid to live with. Josh, who is an author and a playwright, and Fumiko Komatami, Noah's mother, who's an artist and a playwright, spent the majority of their adult lives trying to find ways to help Noah. They started schools, they started aftercare programs, they went to California to the Ivan Lovis Developmental Center. They did everything humanly possible to get Noah help. Noah never got better. And Josh wrote 3 books about this, and in the background of these books was Karl, the older brother, and he was a curiously central and yet peripheral figure in these. And I was really interested in Karl's take on what this was like. And as luck would have it, Karl became an author. I had to wait a while. He wrote 3 books on Japan and went to work for Time magazine, but finally he did what I wanted him to, and he wrote a memoir about growing up with Noah. And this book, like all really great nonfiction books, is brutally honest. This is not one of those autism can be fun books that's coming out of Hollywood today. This is the sheer, blunt, unvarnished truth about what it's like to have a family member who is so disabled that you cannot relate to them like everybody else relates to their siblings. It's about wanting to have a brother and having one, but not really having one. It's about what it's like to have a sibling who requires so much attention and so much energy from your parents that who is the boy alone? Was it Noah or was it Karl? You'll never know by the end of this book. All night, Noah would stay up vocalizing. Karl couldn't get to sleep. Noah was destructive. Noah was violent. He would pinch, bite, pull hair. It was a really, really different kind of childhood for an otherwise very privileged young man. Karl ended up with some difficulties, but came through it okay, and he very poignantly talks about what it is like to grow up in such emotional pain, wanting so much from Noah, wanting so much for Noah, and never seeing any improvement at all. He writes eloquently and painfully about his loss and his tremendous pain at not only the limits of Noah's life, but knowing that eventually he, Karl, is going to be responsible for Noah. The last section of this book contains a twist that is worthy of The Sixth Sense, and I won't give it away, but it is extremely effective, and for anybody who wants a brilliantly written account of what it's really like to grow up with a severely disabled family member or loving someone who's severely disabled, you will not find a better memoir than this, and again, at the end, you won't really know which of the boys is the boy alone.